Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger. And my friends, it is time for our every few months Guilty Gear Strive stats breakdown video, where we figure out who are the most and least popular characters in Guilty Gear Strive. This is our first such video since Season 2 has dropped. So I want to see, it would be interesting to see, who has risen, who has fallen, as there's definitely been some character changes in terms of popularity around the balance changes. So I figured let's explore that, right? And of course, show you all the numbers for PlayStation systems and PC. And also just to tell you how we arrive at these numbers. So we use the own in-game stat system here that shows us, the monthly ratings. This is going to be specifically for July of 2022. And we're counting all the unique users of who played what character. And when I mean unique users, it means specifically, well, exactly that. So if someone played Soul 1,000 times, it would still only count as one unique user. So we're using the own in-game stats for the month just to figure out who played what. So this is all unique users for each specific character to determine the fairest way to see how popular each character is. So that all said, hey, let's get to the stats. Once again, these are all the unique users for July of 2022 across PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC. So as the numbers show, Kai is once again, this has been the case every time except for when DLC is new, Kai is once again far and away the most popular character, period. No one comes close. And basically it's because he's sort of like the Ryu, right? He has the fireball, he has the uppercut. Makes sense to a lot of people. Baiken, firmly in number 2 place, although Soul very, very close behind. Other times we've done this, Giovanna, Nagoriyuki, and Ramlethal have always been very close, but Ramlethal now just sort of edging out the other ones. Usually Giovanna of those three is on top. Testament, our newest and latest DLC, proving very popular. A lot of the other DLC closer to the bottom, but Testament is proving very strong and popular among the player base. After that, Potemkin still over 10,000 unique users across all systems. That's really good for the big boy, that's for sure. And then we start falling into the less popular characters. Maidchip, Milia, Faust, Leo, that's fine. Angie doing a little bit better than he was last time. And then starting with Zato going down. Happy Chaos actually has had a massive fall off. Last time we did this around the Testament patch, Happy Chaos was still somewhat popular, but now just complete fall off after Season 2. Perhaps, due to his changes. And the one thing I'll say finally here, Axel, Gold Lewis, Jacko, they've always been near the bottom, but Jacko is now definitively the character nobody wants to play. Gold Lewis, at least with the Season 2 buffs, got a few new fans, it would seem, but Jacko is absolutely at the bottom of the barrel. So with the Season 2 patch compared to some of the other times we've done this year, Ramlethal is doing a little bit better. Gold Lewis, even though his number's very low, but Gold Lewis, for every time I've done this except for once, Gold Lewis is always the bottom of the barrel. So him kind of overtly okay, now I'm finally above Jacko. Even if I'm still second to last, right? I'm finally above Jacko concretely this time. I think that's a win for Gold Lewis, I guess. But it goes to show Happy Chaos, massive fall off. So Happy Chaos, Gold Lewis, Jacko. I once made a video a long time ago saying, are these characters perhaps a little too complicated to be DLC for a lot of the player base? And well, the player base is voting with their picks, right? Testament, very popular. Baiken, wildly popular. Characters, people love those characters. But the other ones, not so much. Now, next up, I want to show you the unique difference between the PlayStation and PC user bases. Because compared to a lot of other fighting games, it's quite different in that the PC user base for Strive is actually quite a bit larger than the PlayStation one. In a lot of other games, the console audience is a lot larger than the PC audience, and in this game, no, that is not the case. So I want you to look at these numbers here. So this is the unique users for PC and console, and specifically unique users that played at least one full online match. So if you just popped in the training mode and play all month, you don't count, right? Or you played story mode or whatever, right? This is specifically you went online and played at least one full match. And PC has, well, a much bigger number than console when it comes to unique users online for the month of July 2022. It is just shy of 3 times larger than the console player base, the PC player base, that is. So we have the upcoming crossplay beta coming, right? So PC can matchmake with PlayStation. And, well, the numbers on PC are quite a bit larger. So normally in this situation, it'd be sort of like the console player base bailing out the PC player base, but here it's quite the opposite. And I know these numbers aren't big by like any big game standards, but you know, this is Guilty Gear. This is a niche anime fighting game, right? We all love our fighting games here, but we got to realize we're not exactly Counter-Strike, right? But whatever you want to make out of these numbers, there it is for you. As it stands right now, as of July 2022, the PC online player base is just a little bit less than 3 times what it is for the PlayStation consoles. And now, for completion's sake here, I'll show you the PlayStation numbers and the PC numbers separated out here for total unique users for both. In a lot of places, honestly, the stories are sort of the same here. So Kai, Baiken, Soul, like these are the top 3, regardless of whichever system you pick. And on both of them, Ramthal's a bit on the rise in terms of overall percentage base, anyways, of the player base wanting to pick Ramthal, because more and more people are just understanding, hey, Ramthal for the most part leads the easy wins, right? On both systems as well, Gold Lewis finally above Jacko in a meaningful way. Before, when we used to do this here, Gold Lewis would be like literally within like a couple numbers of Jacko, one way or the other, right? So Gold Lewis getting above here. Happy Chaos, massive drop off on both PlayStation and PC. People attribute it to the new shine as wore off, or attribute it to the changes in Season 2. But either way, people do not want to deal with Happy Chaos anymore, it would seem. I guess in the end, long story short, other than just new DLC showing up, because Testament has proven to be very popular overall, so new characters can definitely kick down the door, is I think a lot of this is starting to get fixed. Nobody is dethroning Kai for nothing, right? Kai, Soul, Baiken, these are going to be the top characters forever, it would seem. And people like Zato, Happy Chaos, Jacko, Gold Lewis, they're probably going to remain at the bottom for the duration of the game's lifespan. They're just trickier. People don't want to deal with tricky stuff because, you know, why learn something hard when you can pick Ramthal, right? So that's kind of long and short of it. Just other than new DLC or potential guest characters or whatever, the tops are going to be the top, and the bottoms now seemingly are going to remain the bottom. I guess the big win here for me is Testament, just because Baiken was Baiken, right? Baiken was always going to be popular, but Testament, that was a maybe, especially with the radical redesign of the character. So Testament has proven they belong there, and Testament is up there in the upper echelons. But anyways, that all said, those are the numbers. So we do this every few months, and for July 2022, these are the numbers. So we're going into EVO season very soon. I'm sure there's going to be a new DLC announced. And who will that be? We don't know. And I'm sure for the first month, they'll be very popular, as they always tend to be when we do these videos. And then the interesting thing will be, where do they slide? Will they stay high up? Will they fall down? We'll have to wait and see on that. So that said, now I'm rambling, I guess, at this point. So if you got any questions or comments about the numbers, please post them in the comment section below. And other than that, we're at the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Guilty Gear.